Hey guys, let's say bringing you another video. Welcome back to what is game 3 of TSV's TL. I would have uploaded game 2. Don't worry, you're like, where's game 1? I didn't do game 1. I wasn't here. I was on a dog field with Maya. So, bans. Let me just get rid of my camera. Twisted Fate, Senna from TL. So, Impact does not want to lane against Twisted Fate. Talia Ziggs, and is it going to be Aurelion, or are they just going to let him have it again? So, obviously, we spoke about it last game, that apparently Appa in game 1 was offended that they banned his 3 champions. I would argue you shouldn't be a pro if you only are good at 3 champions. So yeah, they have let the Aurelion Soul through again, which does mean they don't really care about it, which hilariously is Appa's best champion. So you're giving him his best main champ. I think some people on Twitch that said Appa might have been legit. Before he was a pro, he was like an Aurelion one-trick. Lucian picked in. So we've seen a lot of late game so far in this series. Are we now going to... Those don't go at all. Jin Nami. I don't like those two together at all. They don't go. What? Oh, they're denying the Nami. That's what they're doing. Okay. Well, Jin Nami doesn't go at all, but what they're doing, they pick Nami to not let Lucian have it, but then Lucian's got Milio. Hilariously, Milio is better with Jin. So I would have taken the Milio over Nami and let them have Nami. Like, because, yeah, Nami and Jin is not good. That doesn't really do anything together. Nami is what you'd say is a high pressure, consistent, let's go, and that's why it's so good with Lucian. Jin does not do that at all. So that is straight up a denial pick rather than a good pick. Oh, they're sponsored by Audi. Bro, like, I find it so weird that these teams are sponsored by major car brands. MSI is sponsored by Mercedes. They're obviously TL are Honda and TES are Audi. Why are all the car brands in every single league team? Oh, look, Aurelion Soul. Surprise, surprise. Mr. Casante. I mean, yeah, League is arguably the biggest esport in the world. Is it the biggest esport? I don't know if it's technically the biggest. Fnatic is BMW. Cool. What car brand would you all want to get sponsored by? That's not like, you know, McLaren. I think it's one of the biggest. I don't know if it technically is in terms of viewership. You know, like right now, just put perspective, and I know it's not the best timing, the official Riot Games Twitch channel has got just shy of 50,000 viewers. Hilariously, Kadril, or however you say his name, yeah, he's got more than official Riot. So he's got 67,000 right now. That is hilarious. But yeah, 50k isn't a lot. Like, legit, 50k is pretty low in terms of viewership. And this is like the major tournament at the middle of the season for League of Legends. I think the viewership arguably has gone down over the years, but yeah. And again, I know it's not good timing for Americans. I know it's like stupidly early morning. And yeah, no, Chinese viewership will be the majority, but again, in most esports, I don't think anyone would be counting Chinese viewership because, like, if you know, when a Dota tournament or when a big tournament of CS:GO is on, they seem to have more viewers. Like, so right now, a major tournament is on. The total viewers that League of Legends as a category has got is 331k. Valorant, which has nothing going on, 180k. It's not brilliant, I will say. But that is also why, if you're wondering, why are they letting more co-streamers? You know, Huz, you're a co-streamer now. Because they are trying to get viewership up, you know. They are trying to, you know, where I wouldn't be watching MSI if I wasn't a co-streamer, and I've had viewers going, "Oh, dude, I wasn't going to watch it, but you're doing it. I'll watch it, you know, as well." Yeah, no, it's not all on Twitch. YouTube, I think, had 40k viewers. Let me see. 41k on YouTube right now. Again, it's not crazy numbers. It's not crazy numbers. You're watching it because you're streaming it? Yeah. Again, I don't love pro play, and I hate to kind of say it, but I don't like a lot of the casting. And again, I say this, and that was years ago. Maybe the modern casters I'd be all right with. Like, I really, really wasn't a fan of Quick Shot. Like, his casting, man, it was rough. He was a Silver League player, and he constantly said the wrong thing, thinking he knew what was going on, or it did my head in. I just couldn't listen to it. And I like Rivington in America, but he was kind of the same. He was a Silver League player that kept saying the wrong thing. And obviously, I think they were historically play by play, so they just say what's on the screen. But occasionally they would try and say, like, you know, more analysis stuff, and it was always wrong. Oh, there's the Renekton. So sorry, I've not really spoken about comp. So Jhin, Nami's a terrible lane. Renekton for early pressure with a dive potential from Vi. Xin, though, again, if Xin shows up in that 2v1 top lane, it's a disaster because Xin is so good at counter ganking. Corki, Aurelion, same matchup as last game. You could basically see Aurelion couldn't punish a Corki. Corki can't really punish an Aurelion, but they both scale. And arguably, Corki with package can make bigger global plays earlier. Lucian Milio is scary if you let them snowball, and that's where, like, it's what you're wanting to do. So what TL has done, which I like about the comp, is you're basically making TS decide what you want. So you've got a Renekton on TL that, in theory, a Vi should go help early for early crazy pressure, and a Renekton could snowball, and you know this, so would you send the Xin to go top lane as well to counter that? Or, oh, you need your Lucian to snowball, do you send the Xin bot lane to go try and help him snowball? So it's kind of a dilemma that what do TAS do? Because either they're going to lose out in top lane, arguably, or do you want to snowball your bot lane with a Lucian? It's putting the decision on TES, because I would predict, and this is the problem with sometimes these comps, it's really predictable what Team Liquid have done with their draft. You know what they're going to try and do. And I would say, I would wager when you know exactly what they're going to do, it's not the best plan. You know, go kill my yeah, if I could probably predict it, and we'll see if I'm right, then, you know, a better team like TES, they definitely know what's going on. All right, give me a second. I'm actually going to turn up the audio. Pump it up. All right, let me know if that's better. Vi? That was brave. Oh, Jesus. Ignite PTA Lucian. Interesting that he's not gone Ignite first strike. Is it called First Strike? Yeah? What's it called? I've literally gone blank. I think it's First Strike. Normally, Lucians go Ignite First Strike. They don't go Ignite PTA. Renekton's gone Conqueror TP. Again, it's... Oh, you... That completely screws Team Liquid up, man. It completely screws it up. So you know what I was saying? Oh, it's predictable what they want to do. They want a Renekton to snowball early, and they want a Lucian, you know, also to, and they want to do well with Lucian. Well, now the Team Liquid can't do any of it. Oh my god, why did you step? Oh, he took E level 1. So just to explain, why is this a good thing for TES? Okay. So Renekton has a free snowballing early game on a Cassante. Easy snowball on Cassante, especially with arguably an easy dive with Vi. So this is good by TL. That's very good. But basically, they know that would happen, and you can't really stop that happening. And you also want a Lucian to snowball early. Well, you put the Lucian in a 2v1 against Renekton, early game versus early game, and so you kind of counter the Renekton, but Lucian will clearly get a lot ahead because he's got a support with him, he's got PTA, he's got Ignite. Cassante doesn't care about early game, it's Cassante, so he will just be like, I don't care, I will scale eventually. So that's why it's a better lane trade for TS. Now again, I hate lane swaps, they're stupidly boring. They're like anti-viewer and everything, because again, it's just a bore fest. And then what you're going to do is what I said, like, what do you make the Xin do? Well, the decision goes out of the Xin's hands of him going, oh, who do I help? Do I stop the Renekton snowballing against Cassante, or do I help snowball the Lucian? because of the lane swap, yeah, you just help snowball the Lucian. You screw the early Renekton more, and you just help snowball the Lucian. So I do like, and this should have probably happened quicker, they just need to get the lane on track. TL instantly should have got the lane back in what they need. So it should be a 4-man dive onto the Cassante. This should be a free dive if they play it vaguely correctly. Wait for the unstoppable, then go in. And here we go. So, and that's really good that it went on Renekton as well. Instantly, bot lane should base. TL's bot lane should base, go top lane, and give Renekton now a bit of farm. So, TL, that was good. Arguably, the reason that they didn't put Renekton down bot lane straight away is because they were waiting for the Vi to do a bit of a clear, and then they do the 4-man dive. Which is, again, a fairly standard practice. We saw that in the TL games as well. But already, you know... 2 plates are about to die, and Lucian is going to be up quite a bit of gold. So obviously the assist on Jhin helps a bit, but plates are obviously a very nice thing too. You know, fair play by TL. Like, that's a good start. You can see Cassante right now has got 0 farm. And obviously they were the team that were wanting to take the trade, but again, Cassante scales. So they are less bothered by Cassante not having any farm early. Good bubble. Don't fully commit. Just get the auto ignite from Luce. That was a terrible ignite. The only way that I could see them that ignite being a thing is they just want the Lucian to be low health. That's the only reason, because that was a terrible ignite. Zin's going to be top lane. It's so predictable because, again, this is where now the game is going to be decided. It's the early bot lane of Lucian versus the mid to late game of Jhin. If you get the Lucian ahead, you're happy. Don't be doing this, man. You know that's happening. Oh, dear. That was bad. I don't understand why a Nami of all champions was face-checking that. You could see how hesitant they were. They predicted they were in that bush. So don't go into the bush. Walk away. Yeah, Jackie Love is a very well-known older pro. Yeah, she could have bobbled into the bush without putting herself at massive risk. I don't know why she went that close at all. Very weird. Obviously, they have been stomped 2 games in a row, as you all know. I'm sure with your own experience, even from solo queue. When you get stomped 2 games in a row, you're probably not in the best mental. Your decision-making and everything probably goes a little bit downhill. Now, the problem that you've got, by the way, of this early game, what have they done is that they've avoided level 1 to 3 of Renekton versus Cassante. That was arguably the biggest time that Renekton could bully Cassante. Cassante, we just saw, has got actually XP lead on Renekton. That's really bad for a Renekton. Clearly. So yeah, that's rough. Very rough. So this is the XP, by the way. So look, Cassante is up over half a level on impact right now. Dragons being started from TL. Not sure about this. I mean, I think actually you can if you just use the Renekton's early game. Renekton is an absolute monster right now in terms of strength. The problem that you've got is TS are bringing numbers. Hey, Corki comes over. Milio's coming over. So now what you need Team Liquid to do is punish the Lucian up in top lane. But the Aurelion just kind of seems to be just fine with more or less being asleep in mid lane. Didn't move to Dragon, hasn't moved to top. Just stayed mid. Not great. Oh my god, he hit level 6 at the perfect time. Oh, not good. Not good. Aurelion has decided to come down. Big damage, does get knocked up though. Ugh. Gets his ult off, does get the kill. But Cassante, but... How? 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 Why was Jhin there? I guess maybe Jhin didn't expect Milio to come top lane, is my only thought. Had to wait for the unstoppable. Did Jackie shake his head, or did he actually? I will say on Team Liquids, I've only heard of Impact and Core JJ properly. I think I know Yeon or whatever, however you say now. I think I've heard of that, but not really. On TES, I only really know Jackie Love. Level 6 from Vi. What you should start to see from the Vi, by the way, is chain ganks using the ulti. Because, again, it's... Oh, God, Renekton's losing trades. This is the problem, what I will say, of basically denying a pick rather than building a good comp for yourself. And then Milio... Oh, God, he just didn't react to the Milio. Yeah. And then the increased range from Milio W, just couldn't do anything. Well, that's bad. Yeah, so to be honest, for me, this is... Oh, the smite. This is a good example of Team Liquid probably panicked, going, oh, they're going Lucian, Nami, let's kind of get rid of that. And then you pick Jhin early, and then you're taking Jhin, Nami. It doesn't go. And then they can still go Milio that is near enough as good as Nami with Lucian, you know? Hey, hello, Chama. I'd always prioritize building your own comp better than just making it, like, denying one pick off the enemy team. For those that are like, what would I have picked with Jhin this game? Hilariously, like, I don't even think Ornn would have been terrible if you wanted to go, like, a bit funny. I don't think Ornn would have been absolutely terrible. Janna, again, I don't know if Janna's being played competitively, but Janna would have been good for disengage. And obviously, TES has got quite a lot of good engage, so disengage would be nice. Because, yeah, you wouldn't want to go something crazy like a Camille against Lucian. Oh, yeah, Nami just doesn't go with a Jhin. Jhin doesn't do enough consistent DPS for it to matter with Nami. Is 369 related to Rey Mysterio's 619? Oh, wait, really? Is that what he's actually named after? That's quite funny if it is true. I liked Rey Mysterio back in the day. I liked Eddie Guerrero. Nice, bushwalking it up, Mr. Renekton. Nice, good shutdown. Renekton needs that. For Renekton to be useful and worth the pick, he needs to get a lot stronger this game. Basically, you need to have a Renekton at peak strength for like a big mid-team, like mid-fight. A mid-game fight. Relian was holding Q down, for those that are wondering why would he just stand like that to get his big ult proc. It's a deterrent for them to go all in. Yeah, Eddie. Big Show I liked. Undertaker, obviously. He died too young. Yeah, I mean, from memory, he died, what, with a heart attack? Obviously, those athletes are pumping themselves with so much gear. It don't do your heart any good. You know, in the bodybuilding world and all that, a lot of the legends have died really early too. It's very similar in that way. Oh, God, we need to hit those W's. Whoa. He did not need to ult then. Yeah, no, it's a good point. What will Renekton be able to do later? Again, I've always said to you guys, I don't like the Renekton pick in Modern Day League. Renekton can't realistically stay and stick on a Corki or a Lucian. He's going to get pushed back by a Xin. Cassante will outscale him in a 1v1. It's just not a great pick. Xin is just an absolute monster, apparently. We've seen quite a lot of Zins already in MSI. I think, like, the top junglers it does look like at the moment for pro players, like Viego and Xin are, like, really up there. I don't know who else people would potentially say. Like, Vi isn't bad, but, like, Vi is the one you pick if you don't play Xin, you know? Or Viego. Sedge. Yeah, if you're going on, like, a tank angle. So Core is trying to defend the pink ward. But it can't. Heal used early. They might look for a dive. No TPs available on Team Liquid. Vi is in the area as a deterrent. Jhin ult very early. Nami wave with the chain CC. Millie ult coming down. And unfortunately, the Jhin DPS is just not there yet. That was the 4th shot, and it did basically no damage. Because Jhin is a scaling AD carry. He's going the lethality Yumu's build, by the way. I don't like the lethality build into the enemy comp. Because the lethality build is not going to do damage to Cassante or Xin. It will do damage to, sure, Corki, Lucian, etc. But then if you've got a Xin on your face, your best sometimes defense is killing him, and you won't kill him with lethality. It doesn't do enough DPS on a Xin. I would say win percentage right now, TS, I would say I've got this 80%. Is Cassante a very popular champion amongst high low players? Yeah, he's broken. Cassante is nowadays because again, he was just busted a while ago, so anyone can play him. They did tune him down, so you have to be good at him-ish. I believe his overall win rate is something like 45%, and his main / one-trick win rate is 55%. Kit's just broken, like, just straight up. That champ is basically never going to be in a state of what you'd call balance. Good ulti combo. Again, unfortunately, just no damage from the Jhin. But nice that TL finally worked together. But like we say, what do the best teams do? Okay, you're getting that. Fair enough. We'll get something else. Look at Corki and bot lane. So even though TL does that, they get it. They're always achieving something as TES. Always. And that's what the best teams do. It basically means you're never getting too far behind. Smite War lost for Vi. Lucian nearly got another kill. Yeah, that's one thing. Notice when you're watching any pro play, or even high or low games, mainly pro play because it's more coordinated though, always notice that if a team does something, you know, they use numbers and they manage to get a pick or two, the good team that it happens against, they will always achieve something else. We'll achieve a tower somewhere. We'll achieve a dragon somewhere. We're always going to get something even if you make a play. It's where you basically guarantee you never get far behind. I'm tired. So I think we saw that Renekton is the only person that's ahead in his matchup right now. But again, that's 1 to be expected and 2 needed. But 3, he's not that far ahead, and Cassante's going to outscale probably at, what, 2 items? What do you think about the Corgi rework? I don't know the full details of it. I know they're removing package, but I don't know what they're replacing it with or anything. Hey, Enox Legacy. Hey, Duplo. Started going to the gym with the PT 2 times a week. Oh, nice, man. That's good. I actually got sad yesterday. I'm going to talk to my trainer about it tomorrow. His online training kind of business is blown up, and he's got so many clients online. He's actually, in a few months' time, stopping in-person training. So, yeah. I've been training with my trainer since 2017, but that is unfortunately seeming to come to an end because I don't want just an online coach. It's not what I want, you know. It's made me a bit sad because my trainer, I'd consider him a friend, you know. But he's got to do what's best for him. I respect that completely, and his online business has gone so well. Yeah, the strongman trainer, yeah. Ooh, nice Lucian ult. Pressure is away. How's my Achilles going? Hilariously, it was actually going pretty good. Oh, look at the damage. Look at the Renekton. That's a Renekton who's supposed to be strong, by the way. It was going okay. On the dog field today, I picked up the wrong pair of trainers, and I really hurt my Achilles running on the field with Maya. So it is actually hurting right now, which is annoying. But I chose the wrong shoes. So now your early Renekton, who's supposed to give you the early pressure, is Dedge, and now that basically opens the floodgates for TES. In that whole time, by the way, that was going on, Cassante stayed bot lane and is now ahead on Farmer Renekton, and that is now an even matchup. Every other matchup is going... Oh, God. Every other matchup is going in TS's favor. I don't know why you'd be invading. Like, that just doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. Cassante's now come over with TP Ghost. They're just falling apart. Very similar. Very, very similar to the first game that I saw. TL just making odd decisions. And honestly, just being outdrafted. I think Renekton isn't great in general. Well, it's not great if you can't use the early game of it. And TS denied the early game because of the lane swap. The Aurelion just doesn't seem to want to get involved. So he's just kind of dead weight at the moment. And then you pick Jhin, and then you pair it with a Nami, which doesn't go, and you're doing that just to deny it from the Lucian. But it would have been better if you just paired a better support with the Jhin. So yeah, just, I don't know if TL are just panicking, or, I don't know, just some odd decisions to me. Very odd decisions. Do you know what game I'll have sponsorship next month? I've not decided fully because they can change. Obviously, I was gonna say we're in the early of May. It is still the early of May, being oh my god, being the 7th. But yeah, I'll decide later in the month. I get offered things from my sponsor guys and stuff, you know. We are typically just gonna do kind of one a month. Helps out quite a lot. Do a Genshin sponsor. I don't think I've been offered... Well, I was offered one of them months ago, but I don't think it's the one that's available right now. Obviously, I will say, like, I have even thought in the back of my head, do I do one next month? Because we do have technically the subathon. Subathon is at the end of June. So it's like, do I need to do one? Or should I do one at the beginning of June and then the subathon is at the end of June? Maybe. Because obviously, I don't know how well the subathon's going to do. Obviously, I never can predict it. I hope it'll do well. It might be my last ever subathon, you know. So hopefully it'll be good. Alright, TL are going for a Panic Baron. I don't mind this, but at the same time, I think you need your Renekton there. The fact that Renekton's not there is risky. But yeah. So they didn't even get it to half health. Teleport going bot lane. They're going for the Cassante. This isn't even a guarantee kill, man. I'm telling you, this is not even a guarantee kill. Hey, Coda with a gifted hub. Oh, they got him with the burn. Coda with a gifted sub. Thank you very much, dude. Appreciate it massively. Thank you. Maybe we can get back to 900 subs today. Who knows? We'll do a 12-hour stream if we get back to 900, by the way. That's the goal of the lock-in. How do I think EU will do in MSI? It's always hard to predict. I don't know pro play very well, so I'm not going to sit here and pretend I'm an expert. Historically, EU has been a bit better internationally than NA. Yeah, like, my biggest thing is just focus on your own team comp. Don't compromise your own team comp for denying something on the enemy comp. That's never... Especially that there was another good option. If Milia was banned and their only good option with Lucian would have been Nami, okay, deny it because Milio's banned. But you pick Nami that doesn't go with a Jhin and then they have Milio anyway. It doesn't make any sense. And again, Milio works better with Jhin than Nami does, so pick Milio and let them have Nami. So this fight, what is this for? This is for Dragon. That's why they're all grouped right now, by the way. Corki, if I'm not mistaken, though, by their speed, I think, has got package. Which is very bad for... Yeah, he does. It's very bad for TL. Renekton needs to get in a better position, man. You are so far out of the fight. You are so far out of the fight. Renekton needed to be more central. it just completely let TES go wherever they wanted. He was way too out of position. Yeah, Corki's taken over. And this is the thing, is like, Corki is late game as well, but he has so much more of an impact than the Aurelion. Is Aurelion arguably too late game? You know, by the time mid game comes through, a team blitzes you over, and the Aurelion doesn't get to, like, you know, 4 or 5 items that he kind of needs to. So Baron now being done, and it probably will be Baron, maybe base, then Dragon. TL might try to go do the Dragon, but again, this next Dragon, by the way, is Dragon Soul. So yeah, let's try Roxo. Again, the Aurelion did do good damage there, but it's just too late. And so, like, if you need an Aurelion to get online and give him all the time in the world, then you've got drafted early game top lane, draft an early game bot lane too. You know, draft Raven, and that'll give you a strong bot lane, strong top lane, and that gives Aurelion time. But they picked an early top lane that just got lane swapped. He couldn't use his early game, and then they pick a mid to late game bot lane with Jhin, no pressure. So if you want to play Aurelion, draft a comp that gives Aurelion Soul time. This comp doesn't give Aurelion enough time. You know, again, his damage is going to be so lackluster. Corki's just going to straight up kill him, by the way. Yeah. He had to cancel his ult. Jesus. My only guess... Picking Draven into TS is really greedy. I mean, yeah, maybe, but it's not... If I don't obviously know TL, whoever you would class as their main carry player, is it Appa? But as a champion, Aurelion Soul is their major carry, and with this comp, you're not giving him enough time to scale into becoming a monster. That's the problem. And that right there is going to be game. Crazy stuff. This game, at least, TL did kill 2 towers. Last game they killed 0. The game before that they killed 1. So that is the series. That is a 3-0 in a best of 5. I think, again, obviously I think they were outclassed in terms of players and actual games, but their drafting was weak. To me, their drafting is what really let them down. But anyway, let me know what you guys think. I don't know if that technically means, are they out? Are they knocked out already? Or do they have more chances to stay in? I actually don't know what the tournament is. I've got the website open. What is it? Standings? Oh, okay, yeah. So it's upper bracket and then lower bracket. Yeah, okay. So they go to loser bracket. Okay, that's what it is. So they go to loser bracket. So they could still keep going. But yeah. But anyway, that's going to be it. If you guys did enjoy, do throw a like on it, throw a comment, throw a subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.
Call down the reckoning to bring back hope and peace. Restore our glory to live forever. Bring down the dark regime. I know how to unleash eternal